So interestingly enough, we had two Ghetto games released recently, back to back. Directive 8020 that has a bunch of black people in space, and then this game where the main character is a black woman who is completely hideous and ugly, who is another ghetto in space. So there's a new MK Ultra signal being broadcasted out to the masses, which is, you know, ugly, hideous black people are the last hope in space for the first world and civilization. That's what we are clearly being told by the recent batch of games to come out. And of course, these black women need to be in daring control and power stances at the window, staring out to the moon or something like that in space. This is the MK Ultra message that we now have to download. This game came out, I think it's by Microsoft Studios, so of course Microsoft just cannot find enough reasons and ways to burn money rather religiously. You know, you tell me that these liberals don't have religion, but yet they love to burn away money for the sake of diversity. So you tell me, and also bad games, and bad stories, and bad characters, and ugly people, and ugly women, and flat chests. So you tell me they don't have a religion. You can't. So anyways, this game was dog trash, dude. It's a walking simulator. This is what a lot of these modern games are. They're just, all of them are walking simulators. You're just literally going down corridors. You're just checking out. Oh wow, look, graphics are super good nowadays and the people are super ugly. Oh look, this media is super nihilistic, demoralizing. It doesn't make me... I don't want to end up in space anymore. You know, it used to be exciting to go into space, but then when you see an ugly black woman and everyone's sad and everyone's like, oh, Earth is done and we're out in space and we're all melancholic and sad. This guy is, you know, he's depressed. He wants to freaking kill himself because he's banging a black chick. So, like, because people are just so freaking miserable, now it's like, this is a new MK Ultra message out to the masses. Ghetto in space, you don't want to go to space, guys. Trust me, you don't want to be in space. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe I agree with you. If the ghetto's out in space, maybe I don't want to be in space. But, like, here's a interesting thought. Why put the ghetto in space? Why can we just not leave the ghetto behind? Why don't we put the ghetto in Africa? We can stay on Earth, and we can also go out into space and have a good time. You know, like we used to do in older media that had a bunch of white people frolicking around in space. Remember that? Yeah, those were good times. I remember those times. They were good times. Apparently, we can't have that anymore, especially according to Microsoft with this game. You know, Microsoft, they have to sit here and they have to constantly fund projects that suck with writers who suck. The characters are miserable in this game. I mean, seriously, like some of the most depressive millennials, they're all depressed. They're all nihilist. And also, they're all atheists. You know, Christopher Hitchens convinced them all that God's dead and that they all need to, like, I don't know, bang a couple of dogs and commit a bunch of bestiality because that's a great expression of how you don't believe in God, and then allow all of your race of women to have sex with every man outside of your own race of women because that's also really beautiful and brave. Good job, millennials. Good job. You're really saving the first world. You're really saving the West, you guys. You're really getting ahead here. But okay, anyways, so Microsoft just wants to keep on throwing at us these lame, depressive games made by lame and depressive people from a crappy generation of American history, which is the millennials. The millennials suck. And of course, future generations are going to suck even harder because a lot of them are black and brown, because we're brownifying and blackifying America, which is just awesome and amazing. And now space. So this game was boring. Yeah, the graphics are impressive, whatever, it's modern day. Who cares about good graphics when I'm not looking at a busty, hot white chick who's banging a white man, by the way. Yeah, don't think I forgot about that. She needs to be banging a white man. You filthy effing liberals. Moving on. You know, I love how people love to act like they're traditional until the liberal conditioning kicks in for just about anything under the sun. I love that. But that's a separate conversation, so let's move past that. But anyways, this game, dude, is so lame. It's so boring. I mean, seriously, it's like, I don't know, there's just no, oh, you know, I did make the joke though, and I'm actually going to jump to it when I made the joke, but it's like, this game is like Tomb Raider, modern day Tomb Raider. This is modern day Lara Croft, only not white and not sexy, which is just perfect, right? This is everything that we're asking for nowadays. Actually, this is the moment right here. Look, oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a moment much like this later on. Yeah, so we'll skip to it in a second. I'll play it, but dude, it's so bad. I mean, I'm so tired of the media coming out nowadays. These are trash stories. You understand there used to be a time where like a freaking treasure trove of movies were coming out week after week that were just good. In old American media, there's a reason why Hollywood is Hollywood. It's not because they put a bunch of ugly people onto screen who are not white. No, they put a bunch of largely, overwhelmingly white people who were, oh, attractive, in shape, thin. Did I forget to mention white women with white men? They put them all on screen and they were all just banging in the movies. The women were sexualized, the dudes were cool, and everyone belonged on screen, and the stories were well written, well directed, and there's something to take away from them after the movie was over. And nowadays, everything sucks. And now you're just like, you know what? I don't think I want to go to space. I don't think I want to eat food. I don't think I want to breathe. You know, it's like they do such a terrible job. The demoralization campaign is working. It's working. It's seriously working. It's convincing everyone to be anti-natalists. It's convincing all these women not to have kids. It's convincing all these women to be having this prolific interracial sex everywhere they go. You know, let's just be these multiracial whores. Who gives a crap? It's okay, bruh. It's okay. Who cares? Who cares? Someone's gonna freaking pay for it, not me. Down the line, whatever. Let's ruin civilization. That's a great idea. Let's ruin the first world. Let's ruin all of our media. Let's ruin everything that used to be good and great about the country. Let's ruin our amazing culture. Let us embrace the fall of Rome. Let's do it together. So, right here, I don't really have too much to say about the story of this game because it didn't develop. It was super lame and boring. It was really dragged out and it just wasn't going anywhere. But here we go. I mean, yeah, somewhere right here, she's dangling from a rope. Somewhere right effing here. Oh my god, it's here. So, trying to find that moment. What the frick? It's not showing? Oh, man, that's not okay. Oh man. Yeah, well, anyways. Yeah, you have these moments that happen in the story where it's like, wow, big deal. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember some of the jokes I made here. Good times. Good times. This was a funny moment. Yeah, but wow, where did she get uber wrecked? It was, here we go. Yeah, whatever. They try to act like certain moments in this game are really impactful. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, if this were Lara Croft, this would be worth it. There'd be so many cleavage angles that we would be able to have. Nothing here. This is so lame. Lame. Zero out of cleavage. Exactly. I still feel that way now. 0 out of cleavage. If this were Tomb Raider, tons of cleavage, bro. What are we doing here? Yo, women are not built for this, dude. What are we doing? Bro, it's difficult enough for a man to be doing all this. You're trying to sell it to me. Oh, nah, she's dead. She's dead. A woman would be dead way ahead of time by now. Unless she was hot. We really think that women are just hot women try harder. So strong. What? I'm a human being. I forgot about that. This reminds me of the Jim Crow era.
Thomas.
Why are her teeth so yellow? Ho, put some fluoride in your teeth. That's a good moment. Yeah, okay. So anyways, I mean, that was me. That was like the highlight of me suffering through this game during the early section before I just quit and I couldn't play the rest of it. Imagine being the type of person that puts themselves through the suffering and the pain of actually finishing these games. Imagine being that guy, bro. Imagine being that guy that's putting himself through all the torture of actually sitting down for these games and playing through it in its entirety, wasting your time. Imagine being that guy. Wouldn't that not just be depressing? That would be so depressing. I don't know how you could live with yourself being that guy. Yeah, I don't see it. So, insufferable, hate it all, I really do. But anyway, that is that. I think that is definitely time. Let's just get into the next game. We have a couple of games to talk about, and some new stuff is going to be coming out too. Dude, I'm so done with these woke games. I want good stories. And I want white people in their freaking media again. I'm tired of the fact that we don't have white people in their own media. We're not allowed to have white people in their country's own media. It's disgusting and I hate it. So, anyways, I'm done with this game. Let's head right on into the next one.